Every time I'm trading live on YouTube Live or sometimes Twitch, I don't do it all the time, but when I do, people ask me questions like, what indicators do I use? Or when I do a one-on-one talk with someone, they'll say, do you use indicators? And if not, why? For the longest period, I usually do not use indicators at all. And there's a reason why I don't use them. I mean, number one, I am someone in my life that I hate clutter. Like anything that's clutter, it drives me insane. So at first, just like everyone pretty much, I had VWAP, SMAs, EMAs, RSI, like everything on my screen. And I was like trying to figure out what worked, but I couldn't find the answer. Instead, I kept getting confused, right? I kept getting confused about what to look at. Oh, RSI is above 80. It's oversold, or it's over VWAP. You can't short it. And then I get all these mixed signals, and I missed a great opportunity. So for me, I normally have no indicators at all on my charts. However, when it comes to swing trading, because I do both, day trading and swing trading, when it comes to swing trading, I do use average true range. I'd argue it's not really an indicator, it's just more of a mathematical equation, which then again, probably you're thinking right now, Alex, all indicators are mathematical equations, so I guess it kind of is. But what I will say is, I use it to help me determine when to take profits. It helps me with that when a move just goes rockets up and has no structure for me to kind of gauge where to cut my profits at. When it comes to actually using indicators, another reason why I don't use them personally, and now I have nothing against them because I know a lot of traders who do use them and they're way better than me, okay? So take it with a grain of salt. What I've learned through interviewing tons of traders on my show, Be the Trader, that goes live every Monday and Wednesday at noon market time, is you gotta find out what works for you. If you love VWAP, use VWAP, but understand that it's not the all be all, right? All the traders that do use indicators, they don't use them as the one thing, right? Just because it's over VWAP, I'm gonna buy, because you're gonna take a lot of losses. And not only that, but a lot of indicators are lagging, right? They're lagging behind the actual price action. So I would say use it more as a benchmark, use it more as a guide. I can definitely see why a lot of traders use that. In fact, it gives you a better sense of where the market is going, which direction it is. But you could also see that by just giving yourself enough screen time and you can look at the price action. It's pretty clear, and you can see that if it's above the SMAs, right, it's bullish, but you can also see if it's setting higher lows and higher highs, it's bullish. Another trader made a very good point to me and said, Alex, why would I waste time trying to figure out all of these things by looking at the chart when I could just use an indicator that tells me exactly what I need to know right then and there? And there's a good point in that. But all I'm saying is you just gotta be careful. Just be careful. If you're gonna use them for your system. So if your system is take profits when it gets to VWAP, then you better do that all the time, because there is some value in having a system with your indicators to help you take profits, help you get in, help you have a signal. Like I said before, I don't use VWAP, but I do have VWAP on one of my charts. And if I see that my setup, let's say it's an ascending triangle, it's a daily breakout chart, I love that, and I see VWAP hugging the trend, that tells me there's a lot of fuel in the tank and there's more people watching it. You can also use indicators as a signal that other people are using to watch and can help you with confluence with your current setup to make it stronger. And I think that's something that I do that I don't really talk about often, but I do use that, especially when it comes to VWAP. I don't sit there and stare at it, but I am noticing it if it's lining up with my setup. So just understand, big picture, they do lag, but they can very much be useful. I know a lot of traders who do very well for themselves and they use indicators all the time, but you gotta figure out what works for you. If you're someone like me who hates clutter, you may not want it. But if you don't mind that and you can use that and you can see what you need to see and focus what you need to focus on and not get distracted, then go for it. But find out what works for you.